Welcome to this explainer. Right now, America is living in this wild, split-screen reality of extreme weather for August 2026, and we need to talk about it.
Look at this massive geographical divide we've got going on. On one side, relentless, heavy water is just inundating the East Coast. On the flip side, unprecedented fire and heat are completely consuming the West. It is literally a tale of two extremes playing out at the exact same time.
Let's start with the flooded East, where water is completely overwhelming the tri-state area.
Basically, a slow-moving tropical air mass just parked itself over the New York City metro, turning it into a sudden flash flood disaster zone. We're talking about pre-positioned infrastructure getting completely overwhelmed in a matter of hours. Central Park, they got hit with 2.64 inches of rain, which is their heaviest single day in 2 years, and get this, 2 of those inches fell in just 1 hour. That sheer intensity sent floodwaters cascading down into the NYC subway system, forcing multiple lines to just suspend service. Over in New Jersey, things got so bad with waist-high flooding that they declared a state of emergency, and tragically 2 fatalities were reported. Oh, and the airspace essentially froze, with massive ground stops hitting JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark all at once.
Moving on to the volatile middle of the country, we are seeing intense storms and returning heat.
As we sweep into the center of the U.S., we find this incredibly chaotic transition zone. Up on the northern edge of a massive central heat dome, the Ohio Valley is staring down severe wind, hail threats, and even isolated tornado risks as storms track east. Meanwhile, down south, Texas is locking right back in. Dallas is returning to a stifling 101 degrees, and the heat index? It's hitting a super dangerous 107.
Which brings us to the baking West, trapped under a relentless heat dome.
You really have to look at the jaw-dropping scale of these temperatures. Death Valley is baking at a forecast high of 123 degrees. But here's the kicker. Check out the note right next to it showing lows of 96 degrees. That means absolutely zero overnight physiological recovery for anyone without air conditioning. It's just relentless. Las Vegas is also sweltering at 113 degrees, so they've actually extended their extreme heat warnings as they suffer through one of their most dangerous heat stretches on modern record.
And finally, we look at the historic western wildfires, specifically how Oregon burns. All of that relentless heat directly fuels our final extreme, almost 2,001,978,000 to be exact. That staggering number is the total acres burned in Oregon as of August 2nd. And amidst this historic crisis, we are seeing the Trump administration approve some federal firefighting grants while denying other grants requested by the state.
Driven by lightning storms and a really deep drought, this devastation has already shattered the 2024 state record. These fires are pumping out a massive smoke plume that's stretching across the entire country, reaching all the way to Texas. And honestly, the most alarming part of this whole situation, there are still nearly 2 months left in the fire season.
So when a single week brings paralyzed subways in New York and 2 million acres of scorched earth in Oregon, it really begs a serious question. Is this wild coast-to-coast divide just our new summer standard? And if it is, how do we even begin to adapt to it? That's definitely something to think about as you navigate the weather in your own area this week.